Welcome back. If you're tired of restarting on your weight loss journey over and over again, you're not the only one. I saw this online. See if you can relate to it. Someone said this. I hope someone can help reassure and guide me. I'm tired and come on, man. I thought I was past this kind of way. All my life, my weight has yo-yoed. Any variation from my usual weight is usually from very severe habit changes that I haven't been able to keep longer than 6 months at a time. When body recomposition was my entire personality, I was a beast in the gym, workouts for 2 hours a day, having fun. 2 years later, professional school schedule got busy. I moved from my community and my life became completely sedentary. I was studying, sitting, and eating most of the day. Before winter break last year, I was determined about being in a calorie deficit. I saw results, but it took every morsel of my mental energy. Is there a way to do this that doesn't feel like I'm holding myself hostage? I tell myself that it was okay to go to bed a little hungry, but is it really? I feel like when I do that, my subconscious controls me that much harder the next day. I went home for winter break and was ravenous, eating mom's food, going out with friends and family, not a care in the world. And then when I came back to school, I was totally sedentary again. I gained everything back and a little bit on top. My problem is that I'm tired of yo-yoing between these extremes. I'm looking for a solution that feels so sustainable. I don't even know I'm doing it. Is that unrealistic? And that is a common sentiment. That's the entire reason I started this channel. And I'm glad to help you with this. Let's get into this a little bit. My name is Reggie, by the way, if it's your first time here. I'm the founder of Fit for Freelance. I help you stay consistent with weight loss without relying on motivation. Now, this yo-yo dieting is super frustrating because you don't know what's going on, and then you hit a roadblock and you struggle. You try to get back on track, and you try something different, and then something else happens or something comes up, and it feels like you're constantly battling yourself. It doesn't have to be a struggle, by the way. And then, like, overall, like, it wears on your self-esteem. You're gaining weight, which you don't want to do. Or this person described that they felt really bad that they lost all the like physical fitness that they used to have, right? It's just problematic that keeps compounding, and you're wondering how do you like stop that cycle. That's what this video is about. All right, so I'll be glad to help you with that. Let me see if I can find my place right here. Yeah, the yo dieting is frustrating. And then I want to highlight this. They said, I'm looking for a solution that feels so sustainable. I don't even know I'm doing it. And that is the biggest part. That's how you make your habits sustainable in the first place. And on top of that, most people aren't aware that they're already doing something sustainable without knowing that they're doing it. They're doing things that make their lives easier now. And that's how you get a habit, right? Something happens, then you make a choice in that situation. And then if that choice is effective, you're going to repeat it. That's what a habit is. Your current habits are making some parts of your life easier. So to elaborate on this, you have had a diet since you were born. Like you came out and whatever milk you were drinking, like that was your entire diet. And your diet has grown with you over time. And you still have one, even if you're not thinking about it, if you never learn about food, if you're never like trying to lose weight, all that stuff, you have had a diet the entire time. And you have to do something with your body when it exists in space physically. Like even if you don't think about exercise or physical activity, even if you're just sitting most of the day, like that is your choice about what you're doing with your physical activity and your body. So you want to grow your awareness of this and understand that you already have habits. It's not just like I'm losing weight and I'm going to start new habits. You're actually replacing old habits that you already have practice with that have been very effective for you. So effective that they've been automatic. And that is a key distinction that a lot of people aren't aware of that can make a big difference in your health outcomes and the choices you make. So, here, the problem is really that your short term choices aren't adding to long term physical results that you want. The things that you're doing every day aren't building the body you want, is building the body that reflects what you've been doing. Your body's adapting and supporting you and thriving in the situations, the environments, with the genes that you have and the habits that you're making consistently. So that's the current situation. And what you want to do is start to adjust that with awareness. All right. And so that's what I do with the Live Align method. I've got a whole framework step by step for you. And it's based on my experience in, nutrition studies. I got a master's in medical science, a graduate certificate in positive behavior support, helping people understand how their choices reinforce themselves basically. So you build habits. And when you understand that, you can really change your whole life, whether that's weight loss, any process that you're building. If you're working on a project, if you're trying to build discipline without relying on motivation, this is like what it's all about. And it's so your health supports the life that you want to lead. It's centered on two main questions. The first one is, what do you want your life to look like? I used to say, what does a healthy, fulfilling life of your dreams look like? Just get you to think big picture about why you want to change anything in the first place and the kind of life that you want to live. If you don't want to be on a restrictive diet where you're going to bed at night hungry voluntarily, then you want to consider that in the life that you want to build, right? What do you want your life to look like? If you are constantly doing things that are contributing to having excess fat on your body and that makes you feel uncomfortable, then what do you want to do to change that? That's the second part. How do your daily habits support that life that you want to live? So once you think about what you want your life to look like, then your daily habits can support it, right? So this awareness is essential. Lots of people just jump into the middle of a weight loss journey without really planning. They just say, I'm going to cut out all sugar, or I'm going to go on a super restrictive diet, or I'm going to skip breakfast or go to bed hungry, right? You're doing these things that frankly suck and it's not effective for you because you don't want to do it and you fall off and you wonder like, why can I not do it? It's because you haven't thought of these first two steps. That vision is key. That's the biggest part of the live aligned method. And then once you know what you want your life to look like, you have that awareness, then you can pick clear, realistic objectives and create a system to follow up and make adjustments. Now, those are really two steps. The focus is knowing what to do specifically, when you're going to do it, what you're going to do, what time you're going to do it. Is it realistic for you? Is there something that you can actually follow through with, right? You have to assess it, make it easy to follow. Then a system to follow up. So now you get like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. Then you have to have a time where you're like, did I do what I said I was going to do? And if I did, awesome, let's celebrate that. Or if I didn't, what adjustments do I need to make it so I'm more likely to do that? Or is that plan not realistic? Right. So you want to think about that. That's where coaching helps if you don't have experience with that, because it's not easy to do. Most people can't do that and they don't get the results they want and they keep restarting because they don't have the right steps to troubleshoot issues that they ran into. So that's where a coach helps. Now, what I want to say is it doesn't have to be severe changes or constant struggle like this person's describing, or you might know about personally, where it's just like, oh, this is so hard. Dieting is hard. Dieting isn't hard when you know what to focus on. You've already had a diet. It's just that your diet isn't adding to the life that you want. So shift how you think about how you eat, how you move, how you make choices, and let your choices align with the life that you want to build. That's what I'm here for. So subscribe to the channel. If you're struggling to stay consistent, I have the real life weight loss check. It gives you like it's a short quiz with a checklist that helps you figure out what's holding you back and the first steps to take. That's linked below. And then next, you can watch why you keep restarting your diet every Monday. I talk about this every once in a while. I'll put that here. So leave questions down below. Let me know if this helps you. As always, keep practicing. Peace.